Hi, I'm Steve. I like to consider myself to be a Harry Potter fan, so I decided I was gonna retell the entire first Harry Potter movie from memory, and if I get anything wrong, my friends will hit a buzzer and they'll let me know. And if I get anything wrong in the movie at all, up to their judgment, I have to eat a McDonald's cheeseburger. I thought this would be fun because I haven't seen the movie in like 2 months, but I think that I know it really well. I've probably seen the movie like 20 times. And Jenna knows a lot about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Josh has a script in front of him, so they're gonna let me know when I get something wrong. Okay, so do you understand the rules?
Yes.
Great. The movie begins with Dumbledore passes by a cat, but that's not a cat, it's McGonagall. They talk, they put Harry on the doorstep, we zoom in on his scar, and then it goes to the title. Aunt Petunia knocks on the door and says, wake up, wake up. And then Dudley comes down the stairs and jumps on it. Dudley sees his presents. He gets mad because there's only 36 and last year he had 37. Vernon says, I don't want any funny business from you, boy. They go to the zoo.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so now we're at the zoo.
We're at the zoo.
Dudley's looking at the snake and he's banging on the glass. He's like, do something, move, move, move. Then Harry walks up to the snake enclosure and is like, hey, what's up, I'm Harry. And then the snake acts like it can understand him. And Harry's like, can you understand me? And the snake's like, yeah, I can understand you, dude. And the glass of the enclosure disappears. Dudley falls into the snake enclosure. The snake slithers by Harry and says, thanks. We're back at that house. Uncle Vernon grabs Harry and is like, what the hell? And then Harry's like, I don't know what I did, it's like magic. And then Uncle Vernon says there's no such thing as magic. The next day, presumably, Harry's getting the mail. He sees a letter for himself that's addressed to him. Dudley says, look, Harry has a letter. He grabs the letter, gives it to his uncle. His uncle looks at the letter, sees that it's from Hogwarts, I guess. We kind of go into like a montage of letters arriving at the house. So, I don't know the order of the montage. Do I need to know the order of the montage?
I would say so, it's different scenes.
Oh no, okay. Uncle Vernon is going to work one day and he sees a bunch of owls. What is it?
You missed the scene.
That's later. They come in through the mail slot and he's ripping them up and then he like drills the wood.
That happens before?
That happens before Owls in the car.
That's before going off to work. First cheeseburger.
First
This
cheeseburger.
is not hot at all anymore.
No.
And it is mostly bread.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Plus onion. Ketchup and
This
onion.
is so gross. The bread is hard. This is not sponsored by McDonald's, so I can say all this. So the montage is mail comes in the mail slot, drills the mail slot closed. The next day, Uncle Vernon's going to work. They see a bunch of owls everywhere.
Yep.
And then there's also a scene where Vernon is throwing them into the fireplace.
That's true.
Yep.
And that's the next scene?
That's the next one, yeah.
Cool. Okay. So now it's Sunday. And Uncle Vernon's pumped because there's no post on Sunday. And then letters come in. And we're talking from all over the place. And so many letters, it's raining letters in this house, basically. And Harry tries to grab one, but Uncle Vernon's like, no, you cannot grab it. And he like yanks him. He's so angry at this that they're gonna move. And then Dudley says, Daddy's gone mad, hasn't he? We're on an island, a really rickety house on an island. The door flies open, it falls off the hinges. And Hagrid walks in. And he's like, where's Harry? I'm here to see Harry. Dudley's like, I'm not Harry. And Harry's like, I'm Harry. So then Hagrid's like, of course you are, here's a birthday cake. He spells happy birthday wrong. Petunia and Vernon are like, get out of here. Like, we don't want this kid to be a wizard. And then Harry's like, what, I'm a wizard? And Hagrid's like, yeah, you're a wizard. Your parents were great wizards and they died because Voldemort killed them. Hagrid's like, we're getting out of here. I don't care what you guys say. Okay, now we are just out and about in London. Harry and Hagrid. Wait, I might, Wait, stop. Stop everything. Am I skipping something? Stop. I can figure this out. No, this does not happen yet. Now they are at dinner with. No.
Oh, that one actually deserves a.
Why? Why does that deserve that?
You were right the first time.
I hate myself.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm getting too nervous. He meets Quirrell in the Leaky Cauldron. Quirrell refuses to shake his hand. Okay, so they go to the back of the Leaky Cauldron where there are some bricks, a brick wall, and Hagrid takes out his umbrella and hits it a couple times, and then it opens up and they are in Diagon Alley. Harry's like, I don't have the money to buy any of this stuff. And Hagrid's like, well, let's go to Gringotts. They go up to a goblin teller sitting at the bank. First, they go to Harry's vault. They open it up and there's just stacks of gold. And then they go to Vault 713.
Yes.
And they open it up, and there's just a little pouch sitting on a pedestal. Hagrid grabs it, puts it in his pocket, tells Harry they shouldn't talk about it because it's a secret. It's a big old secret. Now we're back outside. So Harry goes into Ollivanders by himself. Ollivander's like, the wand, the brother wand to your wand, a phoenix gave only 2 feathers, and one of the feathers was in Voldemort's wand. One of the feathers is in this wand that I'm giving you right now. So Harry's like, sick, that sounds great. Was it a feather?
It was a phoenix feather.
Boom, okay. And then Hagrid knocks on the window and he's like, hey, I got you an owl and it's Hedwig in a cage. Yes, they're eating dinner or lunch. And Hagrid is like, or Harry's like, the dude that killed my parents gave me the scar. And Hagrid's like, yes, but I shouldn't be the one telling you about this. And Harry's like, I have so many questions. And then Hagrid's like, okay, fine. Hagrid tells him that it's Voldemort. So they're walking along in the train station. And Hagrid's like, here's your ticket, stick to the ticket. And Harry looks at the ticket and he's like, this is platform 9 3/4. That can't possibly be a thing. But he looks up and Hagrid's gone. So then Harry hears Mrs. Weasley just yelling about platform 9 3/4 and muggles and everything, not being discreet at all about the fact that she's a wizard. And Harry walks up to her and is like, hey, I need to get to 9 3/4. Can you teach me how? And Mrs. Weasley is like, oh, it's Ron's first time too. So Harry runs through, gets through, now he's on platform 9 3/4. Then we cut and he's on a train. And then Ron knocks, opens up the little thing, says, hey, do you mind? All the other ones are full. So Ron walks in, the food trolley comes by, and she goes, anything off the trolley, dears? And Ron goes, I'm all set. And he has a gross Ziploc full of gross food. And then Harry says, well, take the lot. And he gives her like 5 gold coins. Hermione walks in. Then Hermione's like, you guys should get ready because we're almost at Hogwarts. Also, Ron, you have some dirt on your nose. They arrive. They see Hagrid. Hagrid's like, what's up, y'all? Let's go on these little boats. They're waiting outside of the Great Hall because they're about to be sorted. Neville lost his frog on the train, by the way. Side note. He finds his frog while they're waiting. What's this toad's name? Don't worry about it. Draco walks up to Harry and says, hey, all the rumors are true, you're here. And Harry's like, I'll pick my own friends, you jerk, because Draco doesn't like Ron. Now we are inside the Great Hall. And guess what? It's sorting time. Harry's turn. For some reason, who knows what order they're going in. Harry goes up there. He says, not Slytherin, not Slytherin. The hat's like, okay, fine, I'll put you in Gryffindor with your friends. We're leaving the Great Hall, and Percy is showing all the Gryffindors how to get to their common room, and he says, watch out for the stairs, they change. They get to the Gryffindor common room, the fat lady portrait is at the front on the door, and it asks for password, and Percy says, Capet Draconis, and now, okay, they're in the common room. Then we go up to actually Harry's bedroom. Now's when things get a little tricky. Now they are going to McGonagall's class.
Yeah.
Boom! Woo! Okay, they're going to McGonagall's class. They go in late, they say, oh, good thing McGonagall's not here. McGonagall turns into a person, she like roasts them. She's like, you guys don't need a map to get to your seat, right? Then we go to Snape's class, and Harry's taking notes while Snape's talking, but Snape thinks that he's not paying attention, so he yells at him. Now we're in the Great Hall. Mail's here, Ron gets a newspaper, Neville gets a Remember All. Harry reads the newspaper, says, oh, this is weird. The vault that me and Hagrid went to got robbed the other day. Now it's time for flying lessons. Harry's really good, Draco's pretty good. Ron hits his face with the broomstick. Neville goes crazy on the broom, and he breaks his arm, breaks his wrist. Madam Hooch is like, we gotta take you to the doctor. So then Draco takes the Remember All. He's like, maybe if the fat lump would have given this a squeeze, he would have remembered to fall on his fat ass. Draco throws the Remember All, but Harry comes over, catches it, flies back towards the group. Everyone cheers for him. McGonagall gets down there and she says, come with me, Harry. She's going to get Oliver wood from Quirrell's class. She goes, can I borrow wood for a second? She brings wood outside. Wood is like, what's up? And McGonagall's like, I've got your new seeker. Harry just told Ron. Ron's freaking out that he's the new seeker. Harry's like, oh, but what if I'm not good at Quidditch? And then Hermione joins the conversation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she goes, you will be good, it's in your blood. Then they go to the trophy case.
Wow, I'm surprised you got that one.
Yes, they go to the trophy case and they see on a Quidditch trophy that James Potter was a seeker for Gryffindor 30 years ago, whatever. They're walking around and the stairs change.
Yes.
And that's what leads them to the 3rd floor, which they're not allowed to be on. Either Filch or Mrs. Norris is there.
One of them,
and they get
definitely.
scared and they run and they go into a door and they close it behind them. And inside this door, inside this room, is Fluffy, the 3-headed dog, standing over a trap door. They freak out, they scream, they leave the room. Now they're back at the common room, and Hermione's like, guys, we can't be doing stuff like that or we're gonna get expelled, or worse, killed? No, we're gonna get killed or worse, expelled. Oh Then we're learning how to play Quidditch. I got it right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oliver Wood is teaching Harry Potter how to play Quidditch. He takes the box out with the balls in it, releases the bludgers, gives him the bat, he hits it through some swords, and then, crap, what happens after the training session? Oh, okay. I don't think this happens this early in the movie, but I'm gonna go for it. They are in class learning Swish and Flick, Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah!
Oh my
Ow.
God. Okay, so they're in class learning how to do Wingardium Leviosa. Hermione gets it, she nails it, she's so good at magic. She tells Ron that he's doing it wrong. We leave class. Ron is like, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. No wonder she has no friends. And then she walks by crying. Harry says, I think she heard you. It's like, yeah, duh, Harry. So now it's Halloween, we're in the Great Hall. Quirrell runs into the Great Hall and says, troll in the dungeon. Just thought you should know. Then he passes out. They all get escorted out of the Great Hall, but Harry and Ron are like, wait, there's the troll, and look where it's going, right towards the bathroom. We see Hermione in the bathroom crying. The troll sees her. She hides in a stall, starts breaking everything in the bathroom. Ron and Harry run into the bathroom. They try to save Hermione. At one point, Harry's being held upside down by the troll with them swinging a bat at him. And that's when Ron casts the spell, learns a lesson, Wingardium Leviosa, holds the bat, clunks the troll on the top of the head. He falls down, passes out. Harry grabs his wand out of the troll's nose, says, ooh, troll bogeys, wipes it off. Then the teachers show up. They go, wow, you guys killed that troll by yourself? That's crazy, but also you're in trouble. Hermione takes the blame. We leave the bathroom, all that's done. And now I really don't know what's gonna come. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say that now they talk to Hagrid about
Nothing! They don't talk to Hagrid right now.
I don't know what comes next already. Okay, so they were in the Great Hall. Harry gets his broom from McGonagall. They go out there to play Quidditch. Gryffindor's winning, but then one of the nasty Slytherin boys smacks the bludger right at Wood, knocks him off the broom, he falls down. Then Harry sees the snitch and he starts chasing it. But then his broom starts freaking out. Hermione has binoculars. She looks over at Snape, who happens to be sitting in front of Quirrell or next to Quirrell, and he looks like he's muttering a spell, so she freaks out. She runs over to Snape's seat, lights his robe on fire. Harry gets back on his broom, chases the golden snitch down, and he reaches for it, but then he catches it in his mouth, and then he falls on the ground, and then he gets up and he's like, oh, and Hagrid's like, it looks like he's gonna be sick, and then he coughs it up. He caught the snitch. And they won the game, and that's the end of Quidditch. Now it's gotta be a Hagrid scene, right? This group of children talks to Hagrid, and they're like, hey Hagrid, Snape is bad. And Hagrid's like, no, Snape is good, he's a teacher here. And then they tell him about the trapdoor and the dog. And he's like, how do you guys know about Fluffy? And then he goes, I shouldn't have said that. Then Hagrid mentions Nicholas Flamel. And then, I'm gonna say that it is now Christmas. It's Christmas.
Sure, but
Hermione's going home. But Ron and Harry are staying because Ron's parents are going to Romania to visit his brother.
now I'm gonna hit this.
Why?
You missed the scene before that where Hagrid drags a tree through the snow.
God, what is that? That's a scene?
That's a whole scene.
How long is that
It's
scene?
like
That's
30 seconds.
Less than 30 seconds.
It's
if
him
we're
just
gonna be
dragging a
honest.
tree through the snow.
Fine.
I knew this one would get you.
I was doing so well.
You're doing super well. Number 4, baby.
Unbelievable.
That one just looks bad.
The burgers are so bad.
Huh.
They just don't taste good at all. Okay, Harry and Ron are playing wizard's chess. Hermione leaves, it's Christmas. She goes, you should help Harry look in the library for Nicholas Flamel. And Ron is like, we already looked in the library. Oh God, it's coming back up. And then Ron goes, and then Hermione says,
Oh my God.
not in the restricted section. It's Christmas morning. Ron is like, wake up, Harry, it's Christmas. And then Ron's like, you have presents too. And I also have this present from my mom. And then Harry opens up his gift, and it's an invisibility cloak. Now, it's later that night, and we are in the restricted section of the library.
Yep.
Woo! Then Filch is like, who's there? So then Harry's like, ah, shoot, I gotta get out of here. And then he knocks over his lantern. Mrs. Norris sees him. Mrs. Norris can see the invisibleness, I think. I feel like he's clear of Filch at this point. And that's when he comes across Snape and Quirrell. Filch walks up to Snape and Quirrell and is like, I found this shattered lamp in the library. There's a kid out of bed. And then Harry is wandering around the halls, and he walks into a room where the mirror of Erised is. He walks up to the mirror, he sees his parents on either side of him, so he runs back up to his room. He grabs Ron, they go back to the mirror. Ron asks if he thinks the mirror can see the future, and Harry says, no, my parents are already dead, idiot. And then, okay, Christmas is over. Wait, Christmas is not over yet?
No, Christmas is not over yet.
Crap, yep, I know this already. He keeps going back to the mirror and Dumbledore catches him.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He loves that mirror.
Yeah.
So Dumbledore walks in on him with the mirror, and he says, people have wasted away in front of this mirror. You gotta stop looking at it. We're gonna move it, so don't even go looking for it, okay? And Harry's like, fine. Now, I think Hermione remembers that she has read Nicholas Flamel in a book, some light reading, and it's a big honking book. Correct? It's correct.
That means wrong.
It's snowing,
It's the changing
and
of the
she flies into the
seasons,
clouds.
yeah.
She flies down, there's like no snow. Snow's gone.
I cannot believe that I
No.
did eat. I've had to eat a burger for Hedwig flying and Hagrid walking.
Adjacent scenes.
This is, it's so disgusting.
Number 6.
If these were good burgers, this wouldn't be that bad. They are not good. This one's like spicy. It would not be spicy.
What's a buffalo sauce?
No! I hate this so much. So I still don't know what's next because that's a waste of a scene. Okay.
All right.
My vision, oh my God.
No.
My vision is getting blurry. That's like, I feel like I'm getting vertigo. So now, Hermione gives Harry and Ron the book that has Nicholas Flamel in the book.
Yes.
And that's where they read about the Sorcerer's Stone.
What's
Now,
next?
the next reasonable thing to happen would be for them to go talk to Hagrid about the Sorcerer's Stone. So I'm gonna say that they do in fact go talk to Hagrid about the Sorcerer's Stone. Woo! So they ask him questions about the stone, and then they see Draco in the window. So when they get inside, Draco's with McGonagall because he had just told on them. And McGonagall sits them all down and is like, listen guys, you guys can't do that. All 4 of you have to go into to detention. And Draco's like, all 4 of us, it was just those 3 doing the bad thing. And then she was like, you were also out there, Draco. And he was like, whatever. Oh no. So we're just gonna go straight to detention, I think. And detention is outside at night, and Hagrid takes them into the forest and they split up. Draco and Harry are walking through, they're both scared, and then they hear something, and they see that there's a cloaked figure over the corpse of a unicorn, and Draco just runs away because he's scared. And the hooded figure goes after Harry, but then Firenze, the centaur, shows up and scares the hooded figure away. Hagrid shows up and is like, thanks for helping, Firenze. And then detention's over. The food is definitely making it hard to think. Oh my God, I'm gonna get one wrong. Okay, so they're walking around the school and Snape comes up to them and is like, what are you doing? Oh, no.
Hard no.
This is so disgusting. I can't stand how disgusting this is. It is like stringy. Oh my God. These burgers are giving me a headache. They're so cold. I can't even taste the ketchup, honestly. I should be able to taste this.
That's a lot of ketchup.
It's all ketchup. I can't taste any of it. At this point, I'm more burger than man. I hate this so much. There was like a good chunk of this that I got all right. I'm ready for this hell to be over.
Okay, here
Okay.
we go. Please
Back
don't
on
get any
track.
more wrong.
They're in the common room. Harry's telling them that Voldemort's probably gonna try to kill him, but Hermione says, as long as Dumbledore is here to protect you, you can't be touched because Voldemort is afraid of Dumbledore. And I think we immediately cut to them going to McGonagall and saying, where's Dumbledore? We need to talk to him about the Sorcerer's Stone. And she says, he's not here, he's in London for a ministry thing. Don't do it to me. Did I get it wrong? No, no.
No, no.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's frigid. Frigid cold. I like can't swallow.
He's turning to glue.
So that scene that I missed was them talking to Hagrid.
Yep.
Hagrid telling them that the only way to get past Fluffy is to put him to sleep with music. So now the kids are freaking out because they know that somebody knows how to get past Fluffy. They think that Snape was in the cloak and sold Hagrid the dragon egg. So they think that Snape is gonna get past Fluffy and get the Sorcerer's Stone now. So now they run to McGonagall.
Yes.
Yes. And they say, McGonagall, we need Dumbledore. It's about the Sorcerer's Stone. And McGonagall says, I don't know how you know about the Sorcerer's Stone, but Dumbledore's gone. He's in London for ministry business. Oh, what happens?
You gotta just make a guess.
Where do they go to talk about this? Is this when they talk to Snape?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but Snape comes up and says, what are you guys doing? Go outside. And they're like, nothing. And he's like, people might think you're up to something.
Gotta make a gamble. What's it gonna be?
Jeez.
I just can't imagine anything else being here, right? Oh, they're back in the common room. And guess what? It's nighttime and it's time to go see Fluffy. But on their way down, Neville is sitting there. And Neville says, you guys gotta stop doing this. Please stop doing this. And Hermione says, sorry. And she tangles him up and he falls like a piece of wood on the floor.
Nice.
Also, the Toad's name is Trevor. Okay, Fluffy's door, Alohomora, open that sucker up. They go inside, they hear a harp playing, and Ron gets drooled on, and then they freak out because the dog's about to kill them, so they jump down, and they land in the Devil's Snare room. Hermione relaxes, falls through the thing, then Harry relaxes and falls through the thing. Ron is freaking out, so then Hermione thinks in her head, what does Devil's Snare not like? Sunlight. She casts a spell, Ron falls through. Now they're in the key room.
Yes.
And then all the keys start freaking out. And he gets on the broom and he chases the keys around, he grabs the old one, throws it, they put it in the keyhole, get through the door. Now, they're in the chess room.
Flying through right now, I love it.
Yes, I'm killing it now. They're in the chess room. They play a game of Wizard's Chess. The pieces actually slice each other. They actually, like, destroy each other. So Ron, he stays on the horse and he moves and he gets hit with a sword and he falls on the ground and passes out. Harry walks into the next room and he sees Quirrell standing in front of the mirror of Erised. Quirrell admits that he was the one doing all the bad stuff throughout the movie. Quirrell's like, what do you see in this mirror? And he makes Harry go in front of the mirror. And Harry, in his pocket, sees the Sorcerer's Stone appear in his pocket. And then Voldemort says, let me talk to him. Quirrell takes off his head wrap, turns around, you see Voldemort's crazy face on the back of Quirrell's head. Voldemort's like, join with me and we can be invincible. I'll bring your parents back to life. We can live forever. And Harry says no. So then Voldemort tells Quirrell to kill Harry. Quirrell attacks him, tries to grab him. Harry grabs his face. He starts deteriorating. His skin starts falling apart from the power of love. Celine Dion. Or Huey Lewis in the news. Quirrell dies, he just like disintegrates, and then Voldemort's spirit flies through Harry's chest. Harry falls over, passes out, drops the stone, but it's okay. He wakes up in the hospital wing. Dumbledore's there. Harry says, how are Ron and Hermione? He says they're fine. Then Harry's okay. He walks outside, sees Ron and Hermione, and he's like, you guys all right? And they're like, yeah, we're okay. Are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine. Go to the Great Hall. It's time to announce who wins the House Cup. Slytherin wins. But guess what? There are bonus points Dumbledore has to announce. He gives Harry bonus points for killing Voldemort. He gives Hermione bonus points for being smart and helping him. He gives Ron bonus points for being good at chess. And then it's tied. Now Slytherin's tied with Gryffindor. But guess what? Neville also gets points for sticking up to his friends. They win the House Cup. Everybody's so happy. We're outside at the train. Harry's saying his goodbyes to everyone. He goes up to Hagrid. He says, goodbye, Hagrid. Hagrid gives him a gift. It is a photo album with his parents in it, a moving picture of his parents. Harry's like, thanks, man. He goes on the train. Hermione's like, it's weird to go home, right? And Harry's like, I'm not going home. Not really. They get on the dang train and it drives off and then the credits roll.
You did it.
I did it.
That was a good one that time.
That was a good one, yeah.
That was a positive.
I got through the whole thing.
Wow.
You only ate 8 burgers.
I only had to eat 8 burgers.
8 burgers.
How long is this video?
It's very long.
30 minutes long. That's it. I don't know what else to say. I'm so exhausted. You ever feel like your brain... So there's arteries in your body, right? And those can get clogged by food. You ever feel like your brain arteries get clogged by food? Because that's what I feel like. My vision is not great right now. I have a headache. I want to take a nap. That's it. How did I do? Goodbye.